This is Gaming with the Master with part 14 of Fossil Fighters. Let's get to it. Last episode, we went to Bottom Sump Bay and dug up some fossils. And we also revived some new Vivisaurs. These were the Vivisaurs we revived. Corona, Elasmo, Plesio, and Shoni. And for all 4 of those Vivisaurs, I have all 4 body parts because I bought the last and final fossil chip. So, now we can dig up all 4 fossil parts. Today's episode, we're going to go inside the pirate ship and see what's in there. So if you remember, to get to the pirate ship, you have to go down through a hidden tunnel. So, we have to go to this hidden tunnel. So inside, Rosie says, "Master, there's air in here. Fresh air. How strange. Anyway, let's explore the pirate ship. Be sure to open any treasure chest you see. And most importantly, we should look for Captain Woolbeard's quarters. I'd hate to miss the opportunity." So when you're in the pirate ship, the things you need to know about how to get to a new floor and just where a treasure chest is. These ramps take you to a treasure chest, but these stairs take you to a new floor. So far we've gotten 2 jewel rocks from the treasure chests. And now we just got the gold mask. And in this treasure chest, we found a book on team skills. What team skills are is it's a attack that you need all 3 Vivisaurs for, and they have to be compatible Vivisaurs depending on their diet or their elemental type. And you have to have all 3 Vivisaurs alive, and it attacks all 3 Vivisaurs of your opponent. Or all of them in general, except if there's one in the EZ. And the only regular Vivisaur that doesn't actually have a team skill is Carno. And these doors right here go into Woolbeard's quarters, so that's where we're going to go. And then something appears, and it's Woolbeard, the legendary pirate. And it turns out to be the ghost of the legendary Woolbeard the pirate. And Woolbeard gives us orders to find his beard ribbon and tells us that it's the most dearest thing he has, and he can't find it. So we'll get a treasure if we bring it back to him. And Woolbeard can't find the beard ribbon in the sea, so we have to search on land. And then there's Rex and Schnivels locking the door on us. So now we're trapped in this room. So Rosie tells us to try and open the door, but it won't budge. So now we're trapped in here. And then we don't know what we're going to do now, and someone just entered the room, so they obviously had to have done something to the door where we can escape. And then this girl says, is this the captain's quarters? Then Rosie thanks her, but she says, don't misunderstand, I'm not here to help or harm you. She just has to survey the room. So now the girl left. And now Rosie wants us to talk to her grandpa, Mr. Richmond, because she thinks that he'll know where the beard ribbon is. And as you can see, that mysterious girl just busted the door down. So now we're going to head to the Richmond building. Head up to Richmond's office and talk to Mr. Richmond. So Mr. Richmond found it, but he doesn't have it anymore. He gave it to an acquaintance of him. And his name is Nick Nack, and he lives at the hotel. And then Richmond gives us advice of getting the fossil chips from the fossil guild that lets you dig up more fossils, but since we already have those, we'll just ignore them. So now we're going to go to the hotel. And since I don't want to cross basically 2.5 sections, I'm just going to go through the park area since it's actually quicker. And then we'll speak with the hotel manager to see where Nick Nack lives. So to get to his room, you have to take the left elevator, and he's the first room. And then Nick Nack says that he'll gladly give us the beard ribbon, but we have to give him 3 specific things. So the first thing that he wants us to get for him is a molted bug shell. And to get that, we'll have to go to Knotwood Forest and talk to the Dig-a-Dig chieftain. So we're going to head off to Knotwood Forest to speak with the Dig-a-Dig chieftain. So we're going to go to Knotwood Forest. Now speak with the Dig-a-Dig chieftain. But going there, Rex crosses our path. And Rex attacks, so we're going to have to battle him. And Rex is using a Megath, a Xeno, and a Nodo. And then I'm going to be using a Shoni, a Corona, and an Elasmo. So Rex attacks first, and we'll use Nodo Tackle against Shoni. So, since Corona is a long-range type and has the highest attack points out of these three Vivosaurs, Corona doesn't lose any attack power from the SZ, so we'll be attacking with Corona a lot. And Corona Bite does 36 damage. And Nodo uses Perplex Shot. And then I'll use Corona Bite, which does a critical 55 damage. And Nodo combo. And Nodo used Nodo combo on Shoni. So now we're going to use Corona Bite on Megath, which does 45 damage. And Megath uses Slow Blow. And we're going to use Corona Bite. And it does 46 damage. Rex swaps out Xeno for Nodo and uses Perplex Shot. So now we're going to use Elasmo Tackle. And it does 24 damage. And Nodo uses Perplex Shot, which does 72 damage. Then Elasmo uses the Elasmo combo, which finishes off Nodo. And then something about Xeno is Xeno rarely ever makes a hit, but it's always a critical hit when Xeno actually does make a hit. So now Corona was swapped into the AZ due to confusion. So Corona Bite triggers Parting Blow for Xeno. Then Xeno uses Cleaver. And actually does hit and does a critical 62 damage. Now we're going to... Actually, I'm going to use Torpedo Attack so you guys can see what that looks like. Which does 73 damage to Xeno, and we beat Rex. Shoney's LP increased by 8, Corona's LP increased by 3, Elasmo's increased by 7, Spinex's increased by 6, and Ventnor's increased by 3. So now Rex is out of our way and we can go to the Dig-a-Dig village. And now that we're in Knotwood Forest, Rosie's spell that she got in a previous video comes back. So the Dig-a-Dig chieftain says to have a fossil bug molt is to do the hip shaker dance. So now we will have to shake our hips to get the molted bug shell. And now that we have to do the hip shaker dance, you have to press A repeatedly. But as you can tell, that mysterious girl is in the background. So now we just got the molted bug shell. So now we're going to bring that back to Nick Nack. So now we're going to go to Nick Nack's room. So we give the molted bug shell to Nick Nack and he places it on a shelf. So now with that, we will conclude today's episode of Fossil Fighters Part 14. Join us next time for Fossil Fighters Part 15 where we complete the other 2 tasks.